everybody has their own story. So I don't know your situation, I don't know her situation, but start to own responsibilities. And this is the icing on the cake. Do everything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Once you do everything that makes you becomes a routine. Once it becomes a routine, it becomes easy because anything you do every day, it's like you don't even realize you're doing it because you're just doing it. You know what I mean? And it sounds simple and it sounds a lot like it's more easier said than done. So I'm not gonna say cap y'all, but yo, it's really a routine. If you do that every day, yo, and just do it every day and do what I said, make it feel uncomfortable. Make it everything that they're, doing, whether it's the judge, whether it's I don't know the situation, but I'm just throwing it out there, whether it's the judge, whether it's the baby mom, whether it's the baby dad, or you know what I mean, that she widow, whatever. Make sure whatever the situation is, you're doing what you know you have to do, and that is the bigger goal, your baby girl or your baby boy. Period. All that other shit don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? All that other shit is a joke. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a waste of time and a waste of energy. And everybody got feelings. So it's like, put that feelings to the side. That don't even matter. Put your heart to it. Once you put your heart to it, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Word of change. Give a fuck about your feelings.
All
right, so saying that, I don't want to hold you too much longer, but going into, everything you just said there, there was a conversation that was a witness to that you had in the car, and I'm going to tie it all together so you know what the question is. I'm not sure exactly who it was. I don't know if it was a manager or whatever it was, whoever you spoke on the phone, and they were basically explaining to you that they liked you because you was focused, clear-minded, you was a hustler, and he was giving you all these big ups and everything. And one of the statements he said that you're not one of these real street dudes, right? So that was a statement. So we're gonna pause that. So after everything he was saying, the last thing he said was, I don't like you, you're not one of these real street dudes, right? So the point I'm setting up is I feel like sometimes artists can trick themselves out of a situation for not only not being true to themselves, but what you said earlier about let the audience decide. Not being able to understand how people see you and be like, listen, I'm willing to buy from you because it is. This is how I see you. I hold you up here because it is. Sometimes you could take yourself out of that position. And one thing that I feel like agree, I feel it's the same thing. You got your clothes going on. Shout out to you in Chisel, the grind season sweatsuits and everything. I love that. So make sure y'all follow him to get more information about the merch and everything that's going on. But every time I turn around, you're selling something. You got something going. You got something launching. So to wrap everything up, someone told you that, again, where I feel like one of the biggest highlights was you're a hustler, right? That was the biggest highlight. I feel like you might feel like one of the low lights was, he said, and I like you because you're not a real street dude, right? So I saw you react to that, and you went off. And you started naming all types of cities and cliques, and he was on the phone, but your fingers was twisting up and everything. No, I'm exaggerating, but you was letting it be known, like, hold on, nigga, I do real shit. I've been from a real place and this and that. He returned, well, you know what I mean? Well, I got my real shit. Da, da, da. It went on for a little bit. So basically broke it down and said, listen, what I'm telling you is that I respect you because you are a hustler. That means that you're going to get your money. You're going to find out a way. You always got something that you're willing to sell, and people, they want to buy from you. I like that. You're clean cut. Means even your appearance. You ain't got nothing sneaky or shady about you. You're clean dressed. You're fresh. You always got your hair cut. You're pulling up with something nice. Cool. You know what I mean? You're about yours. You're not a real street dude. What he was saying by that was, I feel comfortable to do business with you. I know it's going to come back. You're about your kids. You trying to go home. You trying to secure the bag. You're not out here trying to prove yourself like a quote unquote street dude out here busting your gun and claiming some type of clique. And you kind of fought back and forth with it for a little bit. Not exactly sure how it ended. I didn't stay for the whole conversation. But you hit me back later and you asked me my honest opinion and said, what did you think? And I told you, I said,
ended bad. I'm gonna be ended real bad. I lost the guy. I ain't gonna.
Well, when you asked me my opinion of it, you said, now you was there. What do you think? And I said, I can only be honest with you. I agree with him. You know what I mean? Because he didn't say anything bad. He said the same thing I feel. I fuck with you because you're so serious about your business and your kids and everything else that's just like a bank. I would feel more secure giving you a loan than somebody who ain't got no job and he just came in here looking all crazy. You got stuff with you. You got a reason. You got a rhyme to you. You know what I mean? To what's going on, what you doing. So we had that conversation. I'm not gonna say it's sunken after we talked, whatever the case may be. But I seen you really jump into that and really accept that role and jumped into it again and went again another 10 times higher. Like I said, since I've worked, met you, I've only seen you go further and further. And I think you're very great on constructive criticism. It might also be the way somebody brings it to you, because like I said, I'm always very respectful to you. We have, very strong, respect level. So, it never goes left or anything like that, but you listen. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you agree to everything and you just command it, but you listen. And if it applies to you, you go with it. And I've seen you apply the things that work for you and get rid of the things that don't. A lot of artists can't do that.
That's
So,
a fact, man. You real. Stuff when you said when I called you and asked you, like, I'm gonna be real. This is why I tell you that as artists, they gotta understand this because I learned it quick. I snapped on them. I was wrong. I didn't know I was wrong until I called a man like you to see if I was wrong. You know what I mean? Because I had a feeling. I see you was observant. I'm very observant. So I seen you in the car. I seen you everything besides Chisel. Because I asked him too. And he said I was wrong too. So I'm like, let me ask him. I asked you. You said the same thing. What you don't know is right after you told me I was wrong, I'm a man in my word. I was like, yo, Chisel, let's call him back the same way I spazzed on him. The same people on the phone, and let me apologize to him. Because as a man, I can admit when I'm wrong.
exactly.
But I just need to know, then was I wrong? Because if I'm not wrong, okay, maybe I was, excuse me, if I own up to it. But if I'm not wrong, maybe they was bugging, you know what I mean? But, it takes a real man to own up. And I learned that as well. Like, you got to own up to your responsibilities, you know what I mean? And that's where it boils down to, like, anything. Once you can do that, where it takes your feelings out of it on some chink shit, like, get the fuck out your feelings, with anybody, male, female, it'll be so much better in life, man, because, you know what I mean, you going to move with your heart. You ain't going to move with no emotion, you know what I mean?
Definitely. See, what people are not understanding now that the industry is different. You know what I mean? Especially there's the hip hop police. They make more sense than more now than anything else. Because with the whole drill music, the whole point is no one's respecting that side of the genre or anything like that until you've proven that it's something real. If not, they want to test you, so you're gonna have to be able to do something. At that point, you are being watched. If you're doing real shit, it's being documented. This is a different time. They're gonna zone in, come snatch your ass up, and it's over. So what label is gonna want to give you any money? What side person is gonna want to invest in you? Because it's an unsafe deal. I can give you all this money, you can end up locked up. There ain't no money back from that. So that's why at this point, it's not that people are scared of the gangster thing anymore. It's just it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make sense on paper. Before, if we had a 50 Cent, we could sell a bunch of vests, we could sell this and that. If we had NWA, we could sell Ray-Bans. It's not like that no more. They're like, yo, why are we selling this glove? They find out later on the song he did called OJ and he had the glove that he really killed somebody with one glove. And it's like, nah, so the whole label looks stupid as fuck. Like, no, we don't want to invest in this anymore. It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, like when the guy was saying like, yo, you're not a real street dude, he was not coming at you personally because he don't know you personally. So he wasn't saying you ain't never gonna stand up as a man, you ain't a father. He said, I respect you more because of that. I know that my money's coming home because you're gonna treat it just like you treat your business and you treat your kids. You're gonna keep it safe.
Facts.
So yeah, I'm glad you was able to learn from that and capitalize off of that because you've been going crazy, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you for always, like I said, supporting me and stuff. I'm dropping this new video soon. It's this summer with Frago Bass. I got the video done. It's finished. Like
Okay.
I just got to put the date to it. That's the new. Always drop the spice on the podcast. Always to give y'all the exclusive.
Yeah,
So that'll be the.
so before I let you go, what's something else you want to leave with the people? Let them know. If you want them to let them know where to follow you at, what you got coming out next. What's going on with you?
Definitely. I'm a sing, well, I'm not single now, excuse me. I gotta stop saying that. I am taken, but I'm a father, of, two, I'm saying, a son and a daughter, got full cut to her, got joint custody of my son, got a girl. I make music, you know what I mean, with a lot of people that's signed to major labels. I got a lot of new music that's dropping soon. Salute to Frago Bass from the Black Soprano Mafia family. We got a video that's dropping. I didn't put a date to it yet, but the video is finished. I got a project I'm dropping as well. I didn't put a name to it, but it is finished. I just got to record the songs. So that's what you can expect as well. I got a new clothing line. It's called Drip 777. We changed the whole theme up, the whole name and everything or whatever. It's gonna be some short sets, you know what I'm saying? Get the shorts and the tees to match. I'm
As
just
soon as you
waiting.
have the video, you let me know, and I'll be able to post it right on the page.
Oh, you know I got you, King. You know I got you on that.
If anybody wants to follow you, make sure you follow on Facebook. That's Pink Cookie Podcast on Facebook. Go ahead and follow that page. I do have I want to get you on that show too. We have to take a trip. I got a guy that got a little adult club in Connecticut. So we're actually gonna be doing some interviews there. And that's gonna be the Pink Cookie After Dark podcast over there. So those exclusive videos and explicit videos will be on OnlyFans. Right now we're up there, we're loading videos and the account is free, but we will have some stuff that's worth paying. But I'm not gonna front. I'm doing the lowest price. If it's like $199 a month, that's what we're doing.
Oh, I'm supporting anything you do. I forgot to salute Bars on Deck. Let me salute to them. Bars on Deck. I was on a podcast with them. It was a little freestyle. My first venue. It was in Manhattan, man. And they paid me for it. You know what I mean? The business went well, so I definitely want to salute to him for bringing me through. It was great business. Salute to Cowboy A-Rab. He was
shout out to good business.
He brought the money to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, so salute to him for even, giving me the opportunity for that. So I wanted to salute them.
That was one of the things that locked in with me and Chisel. I was, like I said, after being an artist, I moved into doing hosting and doing promotions, and I was working with people like Big Mike the Ruler, shout out to him, and worked for a bunch of different clubs. I was working for Jack Thriller. I worked for a bunch of different people. But some of the clubs I was working for, some of the promoters, they were kind of janky. And once I started learning the game, I learned who I should align myself with and who I shouldn't. Some of the times I was running with people just because of the name or, it was a good look. But once I got to know the business and how they was treating people, I didn't want to be involved with it no more. So there was an event that I had, I had same thing, VIP access, all sort of good shit. And Chisel wanted to get a piece of it. So he bought a ticket. And right before the event was done, they canceled it. But I already knew the bullshit they was going to be on with not giving the money and all this other shit. So once they already started talking about it, I knew they was about to do it. I called Chisel ahead of time and told him what was going on, whatever. And he was like, all right, as long as I get my money back. I'm like, I already know what they're not about to get the money back. They playing bullshit. But I'm about to drive up to you. I was like 2 hours away. I think I was on tour at the time. I was like, matter of fact, I'll be in your town in like a week or so. I forgot where I was at. I had to fly back to Mass though. I was like, when I get there, I'm going to drive to you and I'm going to put the money right in your hands. And when I got there and I pulled up, we met, put it in his hand, slapped that, gave a hug. He was like, you a real one. I'm like, yo, I invited you for me. You know what I mean? Out of the real respect, the things you're doing. I'm not here to play with people's money, shit like that. I know that's what they did, but I'll take it out of my pocket and replace it. And I'll just take it as a loss. I won't even take it as a loss because there's no reason to ruin the business or the friendship. So it was some bullshit. They did some bullshit and I never worked with them again. You know what I mean? I've been through that type of shit on the road too, but there's not too many people that keep it real with you and keep that real friendship and just honor what the fuck is going on.
Oh, nah, they definitely won't. I was about to see, my bad about, it's maybe the weed, my brain coming up with different things. I was out in Boston, as well for Bars for Breakfast. Me and DJ Chisel Beats, salute to them, man. We was on 104.9 WRBB. We was live on the radio. We had a little cipher. I'm waiting for them to drop the footage. I posted some of the footage on my page so y'all can check some of that stuff out. Salute to some of the cats that was out there in Boston. There was some nice spitters in there. There was some heavy hitters. I don't know if some people know it. I don't know his name exactly. I might mess it up.
The Boston, man, they got him.
Fame, you ever heard of that name before?
Fame. Exit Fame, yeah.
There you go. Salute to him. He was
at the He about to drop the video with Vado. He got his single buzzing right now. Yeah, man.
We was, bro. So you know what I mean, when I met him and stuff, and he was so humble. So you know what I mean, I want to salute to him because he welcomed me.
Definitely a cool dude, but he deserves all the praise he's getting right now. He's working his ass off. Shout out to him.
Went crazy on the cipher. Salute to him. Oh, and as well, like I said, I want everybody to know. I know this is gonna be new to the people, bro. My name is changed. It's Big Rude now. Benny is gone. That name is gone. You know what I mean, like if you search it as a group, that's cool. But Big Rude is my new name. That's the new change and stuff. Like I said, I know it's gonna be used to y'all to get used to the name change and all that, but it's bigger things coming, and before the paperwork, J.I. would know better. Everything come. I gotta make sure I get my ducks in order and stuff. So. All
right, one last question before we go. The internet is buzzing right now. I don't know if you got a chance to hear it. J. Cole just dropped that Secret album. Well, that surprise album, I said secret. Ain't no secret now. It's out.
You know,
But
I heard.
apparently he had a secret disc. It was a secret until that came out. But he got the disc responding to Kendrick Lamar. You got a chance to hear it?
Oh yeah, you know, I had to hear that.
All right, so I want to know your take on it and then explain your reason why. So we going with Cole or we going with Kendrick? Between the two verses that we heard so far. There's probably gonna be more, hopefully, but from what we got so far, what we heard Kendrick do and what we heard Cole do, who you going with? Let's go with that first, and then I want you to explain why.
I'm gonna go with J. Cole, Cole World.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go on record and say I agree. Now,
Oh, I didn't think
I
you was gonna
agree.
be.
No, I agree. Now, I want to know why you say so.
I'm an artist. I listen to music so much more different than I did as a like regular person just listening to music. You know what I'm saying? And like the way he like hell, he gave him props in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And like said things that was certainly true. And people don't understand when you going up against a person you battling, you gotta hit it where it's home, you gotta hit facts and you gotta be cool with it. He was cool with it. He wasn't trying to be too aggressive on it. He wasn't sounding like he was trying to try too hard. He seemed like he was just recording a regular record, like as if he was just being him.
Mm-hmm.
And I that because I felt like, in my opinion, for Kendrick, it wasn't that it wasn't dope. Even with both of them, I feel like they both went nice with it. But I felt like Cole was just like being him. I think Kendrick went like extra, like he was trying too hard. Maybe I was just me and I'm just biased or whatever, but I'm listening. I'm listening to the flows. I'm listening to the energy breathing. I'm listening to how he flowing. I'm listening to because I record, I make music, so I listen to it differently. You know what I mean? And it sounded like Kendrick was mad, and they always say the person that's more mad, they lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So you know, I'm just going off of
I
that.
saying,
And
I saying, but so many words. You said the same thing I feel. I mean, at the end of the day, for one, I've seen a bunch of people saying that they feel like Cole went too soft. You can't expect somebody to be somebody that they're not. You can't give Cole all the props and respect for being the most humble dude in the world, and then act like he's not Tupac when he has to go ahead and do something. Understand, a humble man would still, a Buddhist monk could still slap you. So let's skip the steps in between. Is still a man. Did he still lay his hands down? Yes. And like you said, I feel like what you said. He said some things that was factual, whether you want to say it or not. He brought up some things like you said. This has been the whispers. It seemed like ain't nobody else telling you. Let me tell you. You know what I mean? Your breath might stink, but because everybody like you, they ain't telling you. Let me tell you. Your breath stink, nigga. You know what I mean? You thought that second album was sorry, it was garbage. You know what I mean? Let me tell we've been saying that. You know what I mean? Just the whole, and like you said, giving the props to me, that goes to the honesty of the whole thing. Like he gave him promise, said, "Yo, you was here. Even if you said you got there before me, I had to look at you, and I'm like, yo, that's what's up. Now it's on me, and now you got something to say. Something like yo, even giving respect, like yo, even if I gotta have this battle, I respect it for it being weight on the other side. But the way I'm charged up, I'm ready to squash this shit. Like you know what I mean? Like it's still, I'll give you your props. You know what I mean? But it's still not coming this way. Like you said, I feel like the flow, the lyricism, the information, the comfortability, and being able to stay in his own bag. Now, I feel like Kendrick did the same thing. He stayed in his bag because that's him. Kendrick's all around. But I mean, to me personally, I just feel like sometimes I don't want to hear that, you know what I mean, Tigger the Tiger rap, just bouncing all around the dude, boom! And I'm like, God, all right, my nigga, all right. Sometimes you just don't want to hear a bunch of bombs going off unless it's that lyrical shit. Let's get to the point. So to me, for round one, I'm going J. Cole.
J. Cole, it is. J. Cole, it is. That's a fact. Yeah,
I
like
don't know what
that.
the people say, but I'm going with Cole.
I'm going with Cole too, family. That's a
We're
fact.
going to see what happens next with Cole and Kendrick, but most importantly, we want to see what happens next with you, Big Rude.
Yes, sir.
Gotta get that shit straight. Gotta make sure they know.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, man, I want you to come back up here again because, like I said, we got different things I definitely want to bring up and talk to you about. But I definitely want you to be family. Come as a guest. Any subjects, topics, anything that's going on, current events, you want to come kick it, let me know, man. You always got room right here on the Pink Cookie
So you
Podcast.
know that. And thank you for having me on the Pink Cookie Podcast and everybody that's listening in, man. This guy is a hardworking man, man. He don't miss. So support the
I appreciate
podcast.
it, man.
Thank you for having me, bro. You know the
I
vibes.
appreciate it. You already know how we do, man. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Take advantage of them opportunities like you keep doing, man. Much love and respect to you.
Salute.
All right, man. You have a good night, man. Go take care of them kids. Tell them Uncle Jay said hello.
You are now listening to Pink Cookie Podcast.